We talked in our last session about personality styles and values in the context of personal discovery. I want to continue that discussion here and talk about taking a personal inventory. What do I mean by that? Well, certainly personality styles and values will be a part of your inventory and understanding who you are. But I'm talking about a little more concrete approach here. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you were to go through your home, your actual home where you live, and with a piece of software or with a legal pad, whichever you prefer, take an inventory of everything you have in the house. I have one refrigerator. I have two televisions. I have two DVRs. I have a couch. I have a coffee table. And you were to list out everything that you have in that house. Make a literal, very specific, very detailed list of what you possess. You'd be able to classify that as a personal home inventory. You could say to your insurance agent, this is what I have in the home that you're insuring. Electronics, computers, whatever, all right? What I'm suggesting that we look at is doing the same thing with our personal life. What do you have? What do you possess? Many times we complain and fuss and make excuses concerning the things that we don't have, but I would suggest to you that you have a great deal to work with right now. You have tools in the tool chest. Right now you have natural things, natural abilities and skills and leanings that are assets, and you want to inventory those assets. So let's talk about them. I would begin with inventorying what are my strengths. What are my strengths? One of the greatest resources I've ever used in my coaching practice and for me personally is Strength Finders 2.0. Wonderful book, wonderful process. You buy the book, you get a code, you go online, you take a profile, and if you're honest in the profile, it's going to spit back to you your top 5 strengths and a really powerful description of how those benefit you, how they operate, how you can utilize those to the greatest advantage. Strength Finders is powerful. You need to know what your strengths are. Mine are strategic, relationships, and so on. So I want to know what are my tendencies toward having certain things I can offer people in my business, in my ministry, in my coaching practice, whatever it may be that you're doing. So strengths. Know your strengths. Number 2, what are your talents? You say, well, Brian, I was taught as a young child not to be proud and not to talk about what I'm good at. Well, that's your problem. Get over it. Here's the deal. You need to know what are you good at. Conversely, it's probably important you know what you're not good at. Here's the piece. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm also horrible at some things. Can I explain one of those? I'm very good at speaking. I'm very good at training. I'm very good at coaching. I'm an author. I do a lot of things really well. I function at a high level of excellence in my career, what have you. Here's what I'm not good at. Please don't ask me to fix a leak underneath my sink. Please don't ask me to even change a dadgum light bulb, okay? By all means, don't ask me to do anything electrical because I will kill myself and probably burn the house down. I don't have anything in me that's handy. I can't, I guess I could. It's just better that I don't because someone is skilled at that. Someone is good at that. Someone has the training for that. I don't have that. My wife, I tease her all the time. My wife loves to sing. She loves to sing, and she enjoys what we do in our Christian faith, praise and worship. She loves that, and she is beautiful when she does it. Can I tell you something? She can't sing. Not even a little bit. My daughter, on the other hand, beautiful voice, beautiful talent, but there are things that she doesn't. Listen, know your talents, know your skills, know your abilities. Take out a legal pad and think. Write them out. What are you good at? What are you really good at? What are you sort of good at? What are you not good at? Write those down, talents, skills, abilities, and have a legitimate inventory so you can build on those, so you can strengthen your strengths. If there's an area where you're weak and you need to be strong in it, you can focus on education and training and coaching and developing that skill. But you need to start with an inventory, talents, skills, and abilities. Another part of the inventory process is inventorying your passions. What are you passionate about? I mentioned in a previous episode that I am passionate about aviation and flying. I love me some flying, okay? So here's the thing. I had to know that innate, very internal, very hardwired passion inside of me was for some purpose, because I don't believe we have passions like that without purpose. And so write down, are you passionate about writing? Are you passionate about reading? Are you passionate about flowers? Are you passionate about gardening? Are you passionate about building things with your hands? List them out. Don't belittle anything that might come to mind. If you have a passion, it needs to be a part of your personal inventory, because it speaks to and points you towards a broader understanding of who you are and why you're here. One last thing that I'll mention in this personal inventory. What is it that when you're doing it brings you tremendous pleasure? What is it that when you get to engage in it, or maybe even when you just talk about it, your energy level increases, your confidence increases, your passion rises, your joy just expands? What is it that when you're doing it, it brings you great pleasure? That is something you identify identify, because it is in the realm of those passions and those pleasures where you're going to find great purpose and great focus towards who you are and why you're here. Personal inventory, a very vital part of the personal discovery process. Well, I'm excited to share with you the opportunity of diving even deeper in your personal journey toward building the strategic life you were intended to live. We've been talking about the 4 cornerstones for strategic living around here for a very long time, and now you can access an online video course and the 4 cornerstones for strategic living book for yourself. If you were intrigued by this topic, if you felt as though you needed someone to come alongside of you and help you to walk out the process of personal healing, personal discovery, personal development, and personal deployment, I'm inviting you to visit our website at brianholmes.com/4CS, like 4 cornerstones, but 4CS. And you'll find information there about how you can enroll in a course of study or in reading the book and take your life and your leadership to the next level. I invite you personally right now to go with me on this journey. Let's build a strategic, a powerful, and a meaningful life together.